Thank you for all the messages you've been sending. I hope you've been having a wonderful time in the company of this particular program, Meet the Love Doctor, when we come here and spend 1 hour 30 minutes as a family to talk. I want to welcome you all, those who are watching from the littoral, those who are watching us in Linde, where I spent my afternoon today. Say good evening to you, and it's another beautiful moment when we're going to have a conversation, when we're going to give you information as we are led. This is Middle of Doctor, and you're welcome. We're going to go on a musical break, and when we come back, you're going to have the full package. Don't go anywhere.
I'm coming to make you come. I swear you be calling for mercy. I'm beginning to fall in love. No be say na cash and carry. Mommy, I know say you get a sponsor. Go bring the money, come with the function. Happy don't tell you me use your condom. No matter enough, you know appreciate your function. Get the money to the fun, baby. I know say he carry, but say na how. No fear ever laugh, say they want for buy church. Yeah, even if we no get the money to the match, yeah. I know say he carry, but say na how. No fear ever laugh, say they want for buy church. Yeah, patience, patience, patience. The patient dog is the fattest bone. Why they on patient dog has already finished the meat. Patience, patience, patience. The patient dog is the fattest bone. Why they on patient dog has already finished the meat. Sasae, 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 Sasae. This one, Dingy.
Magkabit niya muna.
Welcome back from that beautiful one done by Fish for us, patience. And that's one of the things we're going to be talking about, patience in relationship. maybe some other time. Like I announced, you are on to Meet the Love Doctor over High Television. If you're just joining us, you're not late. This is the time we're about bringing you the topic of discussion and, of course, bringing you on to the person who has the bulk of the message for you this evening. Good evening, Love Doctor.
Good evening, Mrs. Komene.
Good evening.
Yes.
It's always a pleasure. I'm always looking forward to this moment of the day when I spend with you on set.
Well, yeah. I think it's a beautiful moment on the weekends on High Television where we share wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And,
Of course.
Yeah.
In a very relaxed way.
Yes. Building emotional intelligence and promoting mental health, building families and transforming communities is a great one.
Of course.
It's a beautiful thing and interesting topic, and we are glad. I'm glad to be here again today. I say a big shout out to all our viewers from all over in Boya, Kumba, those in the littoral, and wherever you're watching us, even on social media.
And of course, it is a participatory encounter here where you can send us your contribution on the program, as the numbers are 680 36 8722. Please do well to share send in your contribution in the course of the program. Most of you send it after the program when the Love Doctor is no longer with me to give you all the contributions that you need, the explanations that you need. So do well to send in your contribution early enough so that it's going to help to tilt the program towards the direction of your question or worry. And just about now, we bring you on to the topic of discussion today, which is dealing with your ex in a relationship. Dealing with your ex in a relationship. What motivated this topic?
I remember when we were having some discussions last time, we discovered that
You are who?
we discussed on this panel
Okay.
on this. So last time I discovered that it will be something interesting
Okay.
for us to handle certain aspects that affect relationships knowingly and unknowingly.
So exes is one of.
Yeah, I think so. And I remember I once had a program one time where the topic was it was one of the Meet the Love Doctor lives where people meet me personally for some encounters that we share. So in one of those programs, I thought about the topic was how to have a successful breakup.
Okay.
And I had a lot of flashback. People were like, how can a pastor be encouraging breakup? How can people just like to be sentimental and emotional about things that
A part of our living.
part of life. That means we how many people get to marry their high school sweetheart? Let's be honest. How many people get to marry their first? How many people you will see people with a trail of exes will come and be behaving like that word? We have even stigmatized that word ex, and at the same time also that same word has caused a lot of trouble and trauma and pain. So I think the essence of this topic is to bring a balance and for us to see things the way they are, and it will help us to
you understand that it's part of our lives?
Yes.
It's part of your journey, your relationship journey. And so at that period when you change the face, you are having this person who was a sweetheart as an ex. How do you deal with that person in a way that it doesn't give you maybe heartbreak, as the Meet the Love Doctor on set is going to be telling us? So let us situate this topic in a way that the man on the street, the man on his couch this evening, the man who has been having tension can best understand and then give attention.
Okay. Now, I'm going to approach this topic from different angles.
Okay.
It's a very interesting topic, broad one, but I'm going to approach from different angles. And one of them is first to look at how we can tackle the presence of exes in our lives.
And who is an ex too?
Yes. No, that's a basic definition, of course, we were going to look at.
No, some people can be dating somebody who is even their ex. They don't know that they're dating their ex. So
Wow.
I think that it's good to just define it broadly and specifically so that people know from which angle
Yes.
you are.
That's what I'm saying, that
talking
we're going to look at this at the effects, or yes, the effects of the presence of an ex in a
your
relationship.
life. Maybe the
In your life.
closeness.
Yes, that's why I'm coming.
Okay.
I'm saying I'm going to approach it from different angles.
Okay.
In the sense that, like I earlier mentioned, few people or few of us or few people get to enter their first relationship and carry it to marriage. So whether it was in the stage of ignorance, whether it was the stage of discovering during dating that it cannot work, sometimes it gets right up to even the point of courtship and it doesn't work and all of that. But another thing I want to say is that people don't understand that the presence of an ex in your life can be both physical and mental. This is something that people don't know. That's
It
an
can be
approach.
physical
and mental. It
And we're
means-
going to give you all of those
Yes.
in the
So
program.
it means that an ex can be affecting you while not physically present with you, and while not even in communication with you. So some people, that's the reason why I told you that I had a topic where I talk about how to have an effective breakup or a successful breakup.
Okay.
Because since dating is a discovery purpose, it's a discovery process, it means that you can discover that the process is not also right for you. So having an ex is not something we should stigmatize. And you should also know when an ex is affecting your current relationship. So we're going to look at all of these things. Like I said, the ex can be present physically or even mentally. But it's having an effect. But whether we like it or not, the presence of an ex has changed the equation a little bit and is having an effect even in your current relationship.
The presence of an ex has changed the equation, and you want to find out what that means. Use the number 680-368722, 680-368722, and be part of the discussion. Let's start by establishing who an ex is, especially as the love doctor is saying that the ex can be physical or mental.
Yes.
So who is an ex? Let us start from there.
Okay. An ex, basically, an ex is someone you have had, you have dated. I think we've defined dating here.
Yeah.
Yes. I think an ex is basically someone you've had a relationship with in the past that it didn't work out.
Okay.
And you are no longer
You're no
together.
longer with the person.
Whether you are in a relationship or not, the person is an ex. So an ex is not only
when you find yourself
when
in
you
a
find
new relationship. Okay.
Mm.
So when you are done
When you are
dusted,
done with
now you're no longer
a
with that
relationship,
person.
yes.
That's an ex.
yes, that's what in this context that's what we're calling an ex.
Okay.
Yes. And like we're trying to look at an ex, both gender. There's no gender for ex.
Okay.
It can be a male or a female, but it has to do with the person. A relationship has been concluded upon, and you have supposedly moved on. There's a reason why I say supposedly move on. So whether you're in a relationship, in another relationship or not, but you are no longer in that previous relationship. That person was or is
an ex. Okay. So dealing with the ex.
Yes.
What's the connection? I'm no longer with the person.
Yes.
So why should I be dealing with him?
Yes. Okay. There are so many reasons why exes, like I said, exes have changed the equation.
They've changed.
The first thing is, most people think they have ended a relationship, but they have not.
They think they have ended,
Yes.
but they have not.
They have not.
Okay.
When you end a relationship and you are not eating,
I would die you.
yes, and you are not eating, you are not sleeping well, you are not jovial the way you used to be. You are no longer productive the way you used to be.
Okay.
You are no longer happy or excited about life.
Something has changed.
Yes, or you are depressed
That is
or
visible.
whatever. Whether you like it or not, you have not ended the relationship.
Probably the time duration factor comes into play.
Whatever it is, even if you are in that period, you have to accept the fact that previous relationship is still affecting your
Until
life.
about the time when you still get the effect,
Yes.
then you are not.
Because
you are not
if you
moved
don't
on.
know this, you will not understand why I'm saying that. There are exes who are present in a current relationship, though you have never seen the person.
Okay.
Let me explain this. I told you about the topic I talked about how to have a successful breakup was because first problem is in certain circles and especially among Christians, the word ex has a very negative connotation.
Okay.
And when a word has a negative vibe, people don't like to associate with that word.
Okay.
And because of that, I've seen where people have forced themselves to marry somebody just because they don't want it to be that was their ex. Yes.
Word force.
Yes.
Hope is having an effect on you like it is having with me, and if it is, then ride on with me as we get to discover what the Love Doctor has for us today.
Yes. Secondly, and like I said, especially between church folks,
Okay.
people don't like that vibe of my ex.
No, my ex,
Yes.
my ex-husband.
And then yes, ex.
And it just came to my mind. Do we have our ex can be during in the marriage kind of relationship?
Yes, it can be dating, courtship, and marriage.
Okay. Yeah, I just
My
wanted
ex-husband,
my ex-husband, my
my
ex-wife,
ex-fiance,
my ex-fiance, my ex-boyfriend.
my
You see the
ex-boyfriend.
grading.
Yes, it's there.
Okay.
So, my point is this: when in that milieu where that word has a negative vibe, you will discover that people don't like to use it,
you don't like to
and
use
it has become a word of it's like
stigmatization.
Yes. So you would see when somebody say, "Oh, now my ex," in some circles, they always are looking at you like you're a bad person.
Okay.
You get it? And for example, in another scenario where somebody is seen as a good person or as a better person, when another person, that's my ex, you start looking as if you were the bad person. Let me give you an example. You will discover that if a pastor, if somebody enters a church and they say, "Now, pastor is ex that,"
Jesus.
now automatically there are two ways they'll see it. Firstly, if people love their pastor, they can easily just articulate that girl is not good enough.
was not good for the pastor.
Was not good enough. And in that kind of circles where pastor is the star or the highest person people look up to,
Yeah.
the girl can start feeling funny, or people can even look like you're not good enough, but which sometimes is just compatibility issues.
Yeah.
A pastor is also a human being.
Purpose and the rest
Good.
things we've discussed on this very set.
Yes. And their dating process was a discovery purpose.
It was a discovery. That's what we talked about last
Yes.
week. That
And
dating is a
if
discovery.
you are discovering, you can also discover that it cannot go.
Yeah.
So I always tell people that dating has two successful ends.
Okay.
The problem is we always see breakup as failure. Of course, nobody enters into something
And want to fail.
with the aim of breaking up. I'm talking about people who meant business,
Yeah.
people who actually wanted to get married. And you see, sometimes all of this trauma already came because sometimes the ladies are feel like, I've wasted my time, I've given my body. The master said, I've given my money. You understand this? That's why we're always very careful.
Commodification of the dating process.
I told you that generally, if a girl say, after all I did, a lot of time, more than 90% she's talking about sex.
Okay.
Yes. That's why you see a lot of time when a guy breaks with a girl, he goes, say, thank God say, I'm not be sleep with you. You know? Yes, thank God. So it means say,
all of this is establishing the fact that people give a negative connotation to dating, or exes, which is not supposed to be so. According to what Pastor is explaining, because dating is the process of discovering, and you can discover that the two of you are not compatible spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Discussion, like you hear people say, I cannot even have 30 minutes discussion, intellectual discussion with this person, so I cannot be with that person. So in that process where you discover that this person is not the person you want to be with, then you terminate it and that person becomes your ex. It is not a bad thing according to the establishments that we are getting from here. I think I'm on the right track, Pastor.
Yes. The thing
a counselor too.
Yes. The thing is, when we stigmatize breaking up,
okay,
especially in certain cycles, and I call it especially religious cycles, we force people who find out that they are not compatible to try to make it work, and then
To force it.
and then
The end can be disastrous.
very disastrous.
So are you
You get
saying
it.
that it's okay? We discover it's not compatible even in a marriage. It's,
okay.
okay.
So the thing is this, and you have to work on that now, so that, because the one place where the stigmatization makes a little bit of sense can only be in marriage.
Okay.
Which, that's because you were supposed to have gone through all of this process. I will always say a broken courtship is better than a broken marriage. Right up to courtship, one day to the wedding, even on that day before you say I do, or before you go and see the parents, it's better to break it up. Unfortunately, sometimes when our emotions have been hyped, you get it. I told somebody, I think, I don't know if
And like you said, we brought in a lot of people.
yes,
People
they're
are
already involved.
People are in the know that
Yes.
this is it, and probably we've done the couple goals, we've won the complet as the council was putting it. Then we feel that we should just force it to work because we don't want people to give us other names.
Or to
And,
disappoint the people we love,
yeah,
forgetting that it's about your life.
it's about your life.
Yes. So the simple truth is, when we have not understood these dynamics, we begin to struggle, especially in cycles. Like I said, most of the times, somebody, yes, I know how it looks like. When someone say, "Oh, I have 4 or 5 exes," but you see, the problem is because exes in our own mind has to do with sexual relationships.
It ought not to be so.
Which you discover that if this dating was done properly and people had the right understanding and mindset about dating,
Okay.
there will be no issue saying, "Oh, we tried to date, or we dated for what, it did not work." I prefer it should not work, you know it does not work, than to force it only to get in and be
You get to that level
caged
where
in
you
a
are
marriage.
caged and you're not happy. But does that cancel the fact that people can be improved upon? Like
No.
it didn't work now, probably it can work later.
The thing is this, that is a very dangerous assumption. I've told you that when you want to marry, you are not assuming the person will change.
Okay.
You have to instead conclude that, can I live with this thing I am seeing now all the days of my life?
Even if no change comes.
No change comes.
Or it gets worse even.
Yes. So you cannot instead be getting married on hopeful premises that you will become the Holy Spirit and change somebody. Yes. Can people change? Yes. And they should change for themselves. Not necessarily because they want to have you. I've told you one of the dangers of changing because you want to have somebody. Once you've had them, you will go back. You will revert.
Because there is no sustainability in
Yes.
it. It didn't come from a point of wanting to do it for yourself.
Yes. I think change should come because you want to change and not just because you want to keep somebody.
Okay.
Yes. So if somebody would change, you must not be part of somebody's process of change. Just like how you will not meet me 30-something years and then you are acting like, how did I get here at something years?
I have my own lifestyle.
I had been raised. You get it?
Yeah.
And you cannot think that you just see somebody who would change overnight for you after meeting you for 6 months and change who they have been for 25 years. It's practically impossible. You get it? You can manage and be able to inspire change. True. Can change be inspired? Of course. Interactions do a lot of change. But my point
But
is,
that expectation of
Good.
this is it, I'm getting married to him. Yes, he does these things, there are red flags. If she does these things, there are red flags. But I think I can change him. And so the counselor is saying that, the love doctor is saying that you're not the Holy Spirit, and it can remain, the character you're seeing can linger for a very, very long time, that you'll not be able to change the person. You cannot even change the person. So you should be thinking, can I be with this thing I'm seeing? Because you're seeing and you're agreeing to it.
yes. So back to the X stuff. We need to first of all normalize the fact that it is normal to have an ex.
It is possible,
It's
normal.
normal. If dating was done correctly,
Correctly.
the outcome can still be breakup, and it's still a success.
Wow.
It means you discovered it cannot work.
Dating was done correctly, because it was a discovery process, and you discovered that it
cannot work.
I cannot date Adeline. I cannot be with her because probably she does her own things that I don't like. So when you discover that and you're able to break up with me,
it was still a success.
It was a success on your path because you've cleared the debris that I would have been to you. So it's okay.
It's a success. So breaking up always becomes an issue because of the activities during dating, because of the mentality about dating, and because of the social pressures which we have now included in dating nowadays. It's very important. So you will discover that there is nothing wrong in finding out that this cannot go. In fact, that discovery means you were trying to find out whether it can go or not, right?
And you are purposeful, not just saying that I've just discovered. You can only discover if you're a man on a mission, if you're a woman on a mission, if you know what you want, and then you see the knots in the person you're dating and you say, okay, it cannot go. So that is a success. But don't go about doing the other way around, that dating should be done properly. That's what the counselor is saying, to be able to know or get to that point of successful breaking up with an ex. We are going to go to meet Claudine, who is handling the camera, the technical dashboard this evening, to give us a piece of music. And when we come back, we continue with what we're talking about. Stay with us.
She got her ass where they clap me. She got her eyes where they find me. She got her waist where they whine me. It confuse me, it dey check me. She got that thing where excite me. If you tell say na papa got design it. She got her curves where confuse me, it dey check me. That's why I no feel sleep until I see her face, even a full video call. Me and my baby, go day right into that kingdom. Some nights I be lost in the moon. Late night just thinking of you. Ooh. If I be wizard, I make you appear now. When I don't know what to do. Ooh. Hey, I wish I be guess on my wish. I wish I be guess on my baller. I wish I could make you appear. Girl, if I could, I'll be there now. I wish I be guess on my jazz. Wish I be guess on my juju. I wish I could make you appear. Girl, if I could, I'll be there now.
Don't win my heart, now you get lucky. The way you take me, I no be ready. And I wish I spend time if we forget some. But I know they below they make a man no day steady. But you can come on my side. You know the vibes. Offer you the skin like ritual sacrifice. Anytime I see you, I the lost sense. But the way you make me feel, it don't make sense. Sometimes I wonder if I wish I be guess on my wish for commenting the way I wish like for day with you when I miss you when I miss you like a free kick. When we the video call like the be freaky. I say I place day. Open up the team, maybe a face day. Keep on real talent on my first day. Say elephant in the room, what's up, brandy? Brandy, my vows. To call you all day.
Hey, I wish I be guess on my wish. I wish I be guess on my baller. I wish I could make you appear. Girl, if I could, I'll be there now. I wish I be guess on my jazz. Wish I be guess on my juju. I wish I could make you appear. Girl, if I could, I'll be there now. Love how we chill whenever it's just us.
You bring the weed and the one I just plus.
I no ask for respect, but you give me surplus.
Now only you fit to be my focus.
Okay, we'll take another shot.
Yo, King Guns kill this boy.
I tell you my secret, but now me now you know the talk. Before you kill me, remember me now you be the chop.
Wish I be guess on my juju. I wish I could make you appear.
Girl, if I could, I'll be there now.
Don't win my heart, now you get lucky. The way you take me, I no be ready. And my wish to spend time if we fit get some. But I know the below they make a man no day steady. But you can come to my side. You know the vibes. Offer you the skin like ritual sacrifice. Anytime I see you, I the lost sense. For the way you make me feel, it don't make sense. Sometimes I wonder if I wish I be get some my wish for commenting the way I wish like for day with you when I miss you when I miss you like a free kick. When we the video call, I the be freaky. Masaya place day. Open up the team, maybe a face day. Keep on real talent on my first day. Say elephant in the room, what's up, brandy? What's up, brandy? My vows. To call you all day.
Hey, I wish I be guess on my wish. I wish I be guess on my baller. I wish I could make you happier. Girl, if I could, I'll be there now. I wish I be guess on my jaws. Wish I be guess on my juju. I wish I could make you happier. Girl, if I could, I'll be there now.
Welcome back from that beautiful piece there, and we are talking dating, we are talking breaking up, we are talking exes. It is Meet the Love Doctor, where we bring it and say it the way it ought to be, like the counselor will say it off mic. So we need to say the truth, and that's what we're trying to do here, to say the truth, to be able to build up our minds, build up our emotional capacity, intelligence, because you understand that relationship, marriage, who you give yourself to, who you give your time to, has a way of coining or derailing or defining your entire being, either as a worker, as a business person, as whatever you will want to exercise. So we have been talking very seriously, and we want you to be part of the discussion. That's why we say you can send us your contribution on 680 368722. Counselor Apostle Lefo is here to give you all the answers to your worries. So we're talking dating exes, and you said that if people successfully went through dating, and that people are stigmatizing dating because of the activities that they do during dating, instead of the real purpose as discovery, they go and they're doing other things, which makes dating to look like the number of men you've slept with or the number of women you've slept with, which ought not to be so. It should have been, I have discovered that this person is not good, I have discovered that this person is not good, and I'm still searching.
Yes, and it has to be so. You see, what you see in this perspective, you yourself, we're going to take our time to look at how to even choose who to date.
Okay.
You will discover that sometimes when you also have so many exes, it tells you that you have not yet defined yourself. Does it mean that the first person you meet you must marry? No. But you discover when it's happening over and over, I think you have not found yourself.
Because it's a discovery, you should know what you're discovering. At least there should be that that facial definition of a man.
You must already, like I said, I try to give a picture of this.
Okay.
That there are places you stand when you want to go certain places.
Wow.
For example, you don't stand at Mandigo Junction and take a taxi and say Yaoundé.
Wow.
Everybody will look at you and say you're mad. Now there are many cars passing, but they are not going to Yaoundé. The probability at that place where you're standing to see a car going to Yaoundé, can you see it? Yes. What's the probability? Almost zero. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
So a person go to Yaoundé will start fighting to go to my 17. I'm talking in Boya.
In Boya.
So when you get to Boya, the next thing is to figure out which agency goes to Yaoundé. Now, do you know that? See that when you know that you're going to Yaoundé, have you ever arrived in my 17? As you come on the taxi, 4 people surround you. Nakuba, Douala, one chance. Douala, one chance. Hey, Limbe, don't flop. Last one that. Now, 4 people surround you.
This is using an anecdote to be able to explain,
yes,
so that you understand that it's not everybody you should date.
So
because
listen,
if you have to date many people again before you get to that point, it means you yourself, you have the problem.
So listen to this. Once you say, oh, Douala, one man, Nakuma, like this, you will discover that if you just go any place only to discover in Tico that you're not going there, means you did not know where you were going to at the first place. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? But you say that once you know that you're going to Yaoundé,
a taxi will stop in front of you. That you said
no. If I drop at my 17, right?
Yeah.
people will surround me,
Okay.
proposing different places, asking these chargeurs. Now that is life for you. People asking you out are proposing different directions. It is left for you, so you will discover that if I already knew I was going to Yaoundé, the person is telling me Kumba will no longer be my interest, no matter how nice Kumba is.
Or the car he brings to carry me.
I will not look at it. So you will discover that when people do a lot of dating, and it has a lot to do also with whether they have not yet figured out. So, but that doesn't mean that the first place you enter, you must be the one. No, that's an analogy for another time.
Okay.
But my point is this: you if I already know I'm Yaoundé, and someone say Kumba, no, that person leaves you.
Yeah.
You will not enter into the Kumba bus and be explaining that you're going to Yaoundé. you get it?
And in taking to dating, you will not date somebody whom you're not
Yeah,
seeing. There are some people that they stand in front of you.
Good.
You don't see any trace of what you want in a woman or a man. Like we go to the case of Potiphar's wife and Joseph. She came proposing, but Joseph didn't see, because first there was a criteria that this is
that you're looking for,
which is it means it's another man's wife.
Yes.
So I don't have anything to do with this because it's not going to lead me to the direction. That's just the sense of what the love doctor is saying. So you should be able to know. You should have discovered yourself before going through dating, because dating is a process of discovering the man you want to share your own discoveries with, or the woman, so that in the end you can have a partnership called marriage.
Yes. So these are some of the realities.
Okay.
Now, that was what I was going to say. So if dating is a discovery process, I think the end of it, or successful, can either be breaking up or not. I think that we have talked about that. Now let's move ahead. Now let me tell you one of the reasons why some people's relationship right now is not the best.
Okay.
That's because I've seen guys, you don't yet understand what you're doing wrong, but it looks like you're always offending the lady.
Okay.
You do your best, but she never sees it.
Okay.
The girl herself does not know why. She wants you to wear a particular shirt. You buy your own shirt, she does not like it. She gets you, where are the kind shirt? Where are the kind trouser? I like this kind of show of you on you. Now you, as a person wearing the shoe, you don't feel it, you don't like it. Sometimes they are struggling to look for their ex in you.
Okay.
They are struggling to make you who they left.
Then why did you leave the person?
That is the point. You are not getting. It's not about then. Why do you leave a person? When it's not working and too much pressure, and sometimes some people leave you, not necessarily.
Yeah. I used to hear somebody would come up for advice and like, my ex was doing like this. Like, this man is not doing like my ex.
Yeah.
So I
you
get
see that?
it.
That's also one of the challenges of having exes, because whether you like it or not, you will be comparing current with them. Are you getting me? That means so.
And you find yourself trying to go back. Okay, that's where the mental part of.
That's why I'm saying that an ex can be a part of your relationship that you don't know. An ex might be affecting your current relationship. You get it? So somebody's only there. You do everything. The person only angry. Oh, but in the person's mind, sometimes because they cannot call this person's name, but in their mind they are like, oh, if now this person, if for do na so, if for call me na so, if for don't.
Oh, you even take the pet name you're calling your ex, and then maybe you're doing baby, maybe you're doing
all of those things. So you can be struggling to recreate. Now, instead of discovering this new person, you are instead rather struggling to make that person
because
like
you are
your
familiarized with yourself,
because you have not disconnected from your ex.
From a familiar situation.
They are still controlling your mind. They are still there. That's why the breakup process is both physical and psychological. You get it? And that the worst comes when children are involved.
Yeah.
This is another part. This is another part about exes.
When they are children.
That changes a lot in the current situation.
I remember there was a time that the Holy Spirit gave me a message. By that time, I just gave my life to Christ. It was on sexuality and stability. That every sexual encounter Yes, this is part of the. You said people get the wrong impression about dating because of the activities that they are doing, which was not supposed to be it, or the focus dating on the sexual aspect of the relationship, which makes it like you feel that when you have 7 exes, it means you slept or with 7 men or women. So in that light, looking at that sexual rapport as an activity which is taking place in dating, we cannot root that. I think it's one of the things that was not supposed to be happening, but it's taking place.
Yeah, that's one reason why you will discover that it's always a little bit offensive, especially for ladies.
Yeah, when they say
I've had 5, 6 exes.
It means they think it's your body count, which is actually not. So this message, in line with body counts, it was like every sexual encounter you engage is like prophesying over your life. Like, I can have a child from it, because one of the ways to be pregnant is through this rapport. It doesn't care whether it's in a marriage, or so long as the ex and they are meeting, then a baby can be formed. So sexuality has a way of stealing your future peace. I think this is
the simple truth is, when whether we like it or not, there are people who are weak mentally, there are people who are strong mentally.
Yeah.
There are people who can move on easier than others.
They just dust it off and they go.
There are people who will stay there, and it takes time and all of that. One of the reasons why we're having this program is because you need to know the truth and build your life on truth and not just emotions.
That will set you free.
Yes, and not just emotions. You see, because people are trapped today. I see a lot of flaunting on social media, and people flaunting their mistakes instead of accepting that they made a mistake. Does that make a person bad who is a single mom? No. Everybody makes a mistake just because. But when we start flaunting single motherhood as a new norm, as a thing en vogue, as a thing as a trend, as a thing that you're bragging of, instead of communicating to the next generation the realities. I'm telling you as a counselor, most of these people bragging on social media come behind, they're crying. Let me tell you something. Whether you like it or not, I'm not beating around the bush. It has nothing to do with depreciation. It has to do you know, if you have a child as a lady, it has already reduced your options of a man. Why? Listen, not just because you have slept with somebody. Now, get me. When a lady has a child and she is choosing a man for a relationship, automatically the choices has changed.
There's a clause.
Yes, that clause has to do with, one, you liking the child like it's your own. Let's assume that is easier to do. And two, automatically the woman are looking at who can take care of her child. And that limits it, because if you never had that child at that age or at that time,
more on purpose.
You will focus on purpose, and you will be able to have a man who might not have now but will have tomorrow. But automatically with the child, that man that does not have now, he is nice, but my bikini for job now. My bikini shelter now.
You take the other children who are in your in your stomach, and you give to a man you have not known. You've not known his purpose. You've not known his direction, because you have a baby who makes your thinking limited.
Any woman who's had a child will tell you this: a child changes your life.
Yeah, it does.
A child changes your life, whether it's in marriage or out of marriage.
Yeah.
A child changes your life. So when we don't give this narrative, that's why I told you, we have to say the truth the way it is. When we begin to propagate wrong narratives, you see this young generation coming up, they are flaunting. I'm telling you this, we do a lot of work in our foundation, Wisdom Foundation in Munya, where the rate of teenage pregnancies, they are high.
And they've not known the effect it will have on their overall lives, especially people who want to settle down, because it is true, not everybody will want to get married. But if you're that young man or young woman who will want to get married someday, then you should understand that this exes thing, especially when it comes to a child is involved, it has a way of hampering a lot of things in your life.
Because I've dealt with a lot of young people, teenage pregnant ladies, especially in the Munya community, which is one of our major communities where we work. Our headquarters of Wisdom Foundation is at Munya. And I will tell you this, in Munya, it's difficult to see a girl above 17 that's not a child, or two. Some have 2 children by 17. Now, 2 children by 16, 17. Imagine that. Now, I will tell you this also through research and as a work as a counselor.
Okay.
That there's more promiscuity nowadays amongst single mothers than girls who have not had children.
Wow.
Yes, the truth there is a single mother easily justifies
why she's doing
what
this.
she's doing what she's doing because it's for her child.
And society sympathizes with
Yes,
her.
and when she does that, I will tell you this. I've done a lot of research, especially in that Munyan community. Most of the people who are the first child, you ask yourself, how come you are a first child at 16 and by 17 or before 17 or before 18 you have the second one? You will discover that it was in their process of trying to take care of the first child that they fell into the hands
of
another person who gave them the second. So you would see the power for first picking for up quarter, power for second picking for down quarter. Ran away from A, who might have been beating her or something, or not taking care. And when I was living with B, and then some of them, since they don't also know their sexuality, and they are not also educated, they don't have sexual education. What happens now? They get into second children. I've seen a lot of even celebrities flaunt this thing and make our generation coming up feel like
you can have your baby and it's okay.
It's not like it makes you a devil. No, we are not demonizing or making single mothers look less. We are saying they should say the truth. They should be inspiration to others. They should know the challenges you are facing. They should understand
the
implications of this. Not just flaunting but the tracksuit, not just flaunting but the suit, not just flaunting but those matching dresses you are having with your baby, and then somebody is imagining a reality that they get disillusioned when they get into it.
And to come into that, as somebody who's walked that path, I must say the truth that it's good to have a child no matter how, but each no matter how has its implications, has its own weight that comes with the no matter how. Women who have children like myself, I had a baby before I got married. At one time you're living with a child, it's fine, your husband will want the baby with you, but maybe the biological father too will be saying that my child,
I don't want him to be with the husband.
One thing that people are not bringing out, like you said, is this: a single mother who is not married is different from a single mother who is married, because in a marriage, right, there are other people involved, and the father of the child may, when you're not married, will not have consent. You stay with a child in Yaoundé, Marwa, it doesn't, immediately you're married to another person.
Or even get serious in another relationship.
He starts thinking that you're taking the child, the baby, to give to another man, and they start going wild. You start having this drama left, right. So what the counselor is saying is that it's not a bad thing to have exes, but if you understand the implications of having lots of exes, it has a way of playing in their overall intelligence, overall stability, especially in a marriage, etc. Because you find yourself trying to imitate your current person or comparing the person to your ex, and it becomes even difficult when a baby is concerned. So we're going to take on this musical break, and when we come back, we're going to be handling the part 2 of the discussion, which is the topic proper. Stay with us.
Starfish Entertainment. Rapping them on the beat.
Yeah, na 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 na. Adili, bon amour, adili. Ça va. Trop d'égo sont jaloux, j'ai l'homme qu'il faut. They just wouldn't know, baby, I love you so. Cause when I fall down, my love, you lift me up. Baby, you're the love of my life, oh. Tu décideras jamais. Je peux mourir pour toi, tu décideras jamais. Allez, mon amour, allez. Que quoi qu'il arrive, tu resteras mon bébé. Mon bébé, bébé, bébé. Que for me. Tu décideras jamais. Je peux mourir pour toi. Tu décideras jamais. Allez, mon amour, allez. Allez. Que quoi qu'il arrive, tu resteras mon bébé. Mon bébé. Bébé, bébé. Que quoi qu'il arrive, tu resteras mon bébé. Mon bébé. Bébé, bébé. Nangasi, oh my baby. Let me love you. Ti amor. Let me love you. Allez, mon amour, allez. Allez. Restera mon bébé. Mon bébé. Bébé, bébé. Que quoi qu'il arrive, tu resteras mon bébé. Mon bébé. Bébé, bébé. Asaba. Que quoi qu'il arrive, tu resteras mon bébé. Mon bébé. Bébé, bébé.
Hey, Mr. K-Mix.
Welcome back from that beautiful music there. Claudine, thank you so much for spicing the program. It is talk and it is music. We give you information and we give you entertainment. We have less than 30 minutes to be with you, and this time around we're going to be talking on dealing with exes, the ones with children and the ones without. The exes that you've had a baby with and the exes you've not had a baby with. Understanding that dating was a discovery process, and along the line some other activities took place, and in some cases it resulted in a baby, and in some cases there was no baby. All good. But when you find yourself in this kind of a situation, what are the things you're going to be doing? And that is going to come again from the counselor in the building, the love doctor himself, Apostle Lefotba.
Thank you very much. You're welcome back. Well, let's start with those you've not had a child with. I always tell people that you see that those are the easier ones to deal with, which almost everybody has one or two.
And there is another part, like so I heard from somebody someday, the one who is virgin me, especially for women.
Yeah, for women.
There's always that attachment. I think that's another category.
Yes, it's not only their category, because everybody has somebody who is virgin them if they had sex now.
Yeah.
There's no, that's how it is. But you see, I think that first of all, that was a sentimental narrative that was propagated for a very long time.
Yeah, it
has died
caused havoc.
Yes.
Because people were forced to stay with people that they are not compatible.
It had to do with the narrative of the times. It had to do with the fact that it was first of all very uncommon and unhealthy for somebody to have more than one sexual partner. So the ladies who got very much emotionally entangled to this first guy, often, especially when the guy is good in bed. This is also one of the things that I was planning to talk about. In fact, some of the major challenges with ex often has to do with emotional entanglement.
Yeah, the experience.
The experience. There are two major problems right now. It has to do with the sexual experience and financial experience.
Okay.
Yes.
This person was spoiling me.
Yes. There are some girls who can no longer ever have a normal relationship because the first they ever met was a scammer. Or a drug dealer
who took drugs and then did something that is out of the world.
Or now that's scam I'm talking about financially.
Yeah.
Who I told somebody, I said a girl was telling me how she was about 16 or 17. Her friend took her from Yaoundé to Douala, that they were going to go and see some friends, and this was her friend who had a boyfriend in Yaoundé that she knew. So they went to Douala They left Yaoundé, came to Douala to see a friend.
Those friends.
Which she thought was another lady. On coming, they went back to a very nice compound. He said, is it around, I forgot the place in Douala. Very beautiful. He said she was very impressed. She went there, it was like a mansion.
Wow.
There were many guys, there were about, is it 8 guys or so? And then that girl opened up, oh, that this is her guy, yeah. And the guy is spoiling her with money. She was like, a guy
of the other town.
Yes, I said no. And they started saying that, oh, the boss here himself likes you. You know, little did she know that the guy there in charge had seen her picture on the DP and said they should bring her over. It was a whole weekend thing. She said that day, she said she just came with the press. She knew they were going back that same day. The man, so when she wanted to complain, they said, welcome for the weekend. She was like, no, she never came for weekend. Till they took her to a supermarket and told her to pick whatever she wants.
Wow.
Now that's 16 or 17-year-old.
And her first experience is a spoiler.
That. Yes.
A financial spoiler.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you would discover that whether you like it or not, this ex is affecting the next.
Yeah.
Are you getting it?
There is a way that if she meets a normal boy who is hustling
and
genuinely and trying to build a life,
you look at the person and
is writing projects on the charts, like at this time I will have this, when this my project materializes.
So, just imagine that. Now another one is you meet a very good, some of these idle boys who know how to take their time and give you a sexual experience. You know, it has to do with idleness. You know,
this
they
is
take
a
their
man
time.
of God.
They give
Don't get derailed. He is giving the real truth as far as counseling is concerned. Because this is experience. This is what is trending. These are the hidden challenges.
Yeah.
These are the tumors in the society, and these are people who are very, very much alive, and they're doing their thing just like you're doing yours.
You see, I was talking to a lady, she's 18 years also, and she's telling me how her friends, where she's living, her friends already called her, that they have about 3 of them in the house, and one is even 16. They call them to lounges, guys call them, sleep with them, give them money. It become a very common thing in Moliko and all of that. Now, imagine this. Such a person, if you meet her tomorrow and she wants to enter into a serious relationship, she will be wishing to have a sexual experience.
Her libido, the spring libido has already climbed.
Yes, she has had an experience.
A normal person who goes and walks and gets tired will not be able to do that.
And life is not those idle people doing push-ups in the compound in the morning till evening. Life, you will meet people who go out, come back,
they're tired,
and will still struggle to please you sexually. They come back, they're not only tired, they are emotionally drained, mentally thinking about other things about the next day. You want to come back, gas don't finish, they don't give bill, they don't send the kid for school, you know, and all of those things. But these are not the things people know. So you will discover that these exes also, who have, like I said, there are 2 major issues. It has to do a lot of time with finances, and it has to do with sexual experiences. And then people now start doing comparison. Oh, I prefer the guy be better. And that is why many ladies have secretly visited their exes to just relieve
I watched
experience.
I watched a video in one of our chat groups, and a lady was just so vulgar about it that it's okay. You can have somebody who is this strong this way, and even if you're married, before your husband comes, you must have done 1 or 2 things, and then comes. I mean, people are giving an agenda, and they're not looking at the implications of all of these things. So what the counselor is saying is that you have 2 factors that will control your life, and as far as meeting a current partner: the experience, the sexual experience you had with an ex, and the financial experience. So it has a way of playing with you in a way that when you're in a new relationship, you start thinking that this other person is not sufficient because the experience you carry is heavy for the new relationship.
Yes. One of the ways to solve this first problem is don't make the mistake of leaving an ex immediately to another relationship.
Okay.
This is where we often fail. Most people have not dealt with the emotional, mental, intellectual connections they had built
with their
exes. And then another mistake people make is either due to the hurt and the pain, right? You decide, let's say it was a brutal breakup. Either due to the hurt or the pain, you decide to dull the pain or to handle the pain by jumping into another relationship. In fact, some people always use this thing like saying that they use a new relationship to try to keep themselves from feeling the pain of the other one, instead of
the person,
instead of dealing with it. In fact, listen, if your relationship failed, only people who are not purposeful immediately jump to the next instead of doing an assessment.
Be accountable to yourself.
Yes, because the truth there is, especially for those relationships, many people are watching right now. There are people who left you without explanation. You are even asking them what happened.
You say that closure is not there.
It's not there. And the thing about that girls don't know is that guys don't know how to explain themselves. Sometimes even what people tell you that is the reason they left you is because they are actually looking for the one that they think will make sense to you, not the one that they left you for. Because somebody can leave you for something that they know that if they explain to you, you will not believe that that's the reason.
Yeah.
Are you understanding me? Somebody can leave you for a reason as small as you saying that, as I did so, if I marry my master, I need to change my name. But he heard it and he just made a decision. But now he will not explain to you because those are things that he say no, change them, which he knows that will have an effect.
Yeah.
Are you getting me? So after I can say no, sometimes when they cannot explain, they say no, it's not you, it's me.
Yeah, I think I read somewhere on social media that a man had to call off the wedding. It was the next day he called it off today because he got a screenshot of his fiancée, his wife to be, saying she can run off with another man for maybe 6 million or what like that, and the man already he was keeping in his head and saying that no, I cannot be with you, just to support and buttress what the counselor is saying. So people can leave you for the weirdest of reasons, and they will not even
explain themselves.
They will not explain themselves to you.
Somebody can just leave you because
you don't leave another relationship
and just jump into another
one. Without, maybe with time you can get the explanation from the person, maybe just by some slang and maybe jokes. The person can tell you it was because of this or because of that.
Yeah.
So you know how to be yourself.
Yes. So take a time to hear. The truth is, just because we say that a breakup is a success does not mean it will not hurt.
It will hurt.
Because if you were actually entering because you like somebody and you wanted something with the person, if it doesn't work, you will feel bad.
Just like any business, you start even a pancake business here, you fry and fry and fry, you don't sell and make profit, it will hurt you. But you don't just jump into, maybe because you're using flour to make pancake, you just like, I'll use flour and make puff puff.
What we're just trying to say is this: we are not trying to cancel the fact that human beings don't have feelings. If you really loved somebody, as you have soon seen, as we have said it a lot of times, you don't just marry the person that you emotionally love. Just because you love somebody does not mean that you people can purposefully work together all the days of your life. Have you ever asked yourself, that person breaking flat screen, carrying glass and breaking somebody's head after they have lived for 15 years, have you asked yourself, how did they come to live in the same house? It was love. Do you know there are exes or there are people that separate them? They will hide and go and meet in hotel room and make love. Put them back for 3 months, they will break each other's head. Because their compatibility does not permit them. When they come together, it doesn't work. You get it? So life is not
just... But they can come together for other trivia.
Yes. So they will hide, have sex, have fun, but put them in the same house. 3-4 months.
The same house marriage means purpose. It means two have agreed on religion, on spirituality, on growth, on everything, and then they want to work together.
So when somebody is in that position, you must avoid coming out of a relationship. I remember when I ended a relationship that
you did.
Oh yes, of course. I ended a relationship that
and you're like, of course.
Yes. It's not something, people have to know the truth. We don't say these things because we are, like I said, I'm
not some
glad,
yes.
and even my ex will be glad today that we did not end up together. Sometimes it hurts that moment, but if you look into the future, are you getting me? I'm sure that even my ex will be glad that we did not end up together. And it's not about me, but both of us, it would have not worked. But she loved me so much,
And you loved
and
her.
I cared about her as well. I loved her, but I knew the implication. That relationship ended when they were already wrapping up gifts for wedding. I want to show you. So this I'm talking about is not something I'm just trying to tell you what I googled or I read, but these are principles. Some of us have experienced these things. I've even been labeled a bad person because of it. What many people did not know for many years was that she was even the one who gave up my ring. But when she was already hurting, you don't go around because explaining things. But many people knew that it's definitely me who had a relationship. But I took that, I did not care because I knew she was hurting. Explaining will not change anything. I already knew that. Are you getting it? Now, when I ended that relationship, I can never forget what my mentor told me. My mentor told me when I met him, he told me, I don't want to hear anything about relationship again. Go and focus on your work. It's the same information, it's the same thing I've passed down. I had to focus. Now, I had never imagined that I will come and show more than one person to my mentors or whatever that I want to get married. But these are things that happen. I'm trying to explain that it happens to the best, even to the highest spiritual prophet. Let's address this thing like a reality.
Yeah.
Are you getting me? So it took me a year before I started another relationship. You get me? Within that time.
And somebody will say that was just for you. There are some people who've left and then
the thing is that
possible,
it was not the 1 year was not because I cannot have a relationship. Look, the thing is that people's ego and pride and purposelessness make them feel it's an achievement, because some people are feeling that you are not having it because you don't have somebody. As I come out and meet another person, no, it was not because I was not meeting people. But I was so intentional about my life that, let me tell you, that thing that made you choose the wrong person has not left you because the relationship ended. Whether it's from your end or from the other person's end. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
That philosophy, that mindset, that attitude of life, that energy that drew the wrong person has not left you because the relationship ended. And if you don't deal with it, you will choose another person.
Another wrong person
just with a different face.
Wow.
So if you truly care about this, these are the things you will sit down and reflect on and understand your values. That's why we say don't just jump into the next one. It's not because you cannot have another one.
Yeah.
As a young man, as a young woman, right now, in fact, by the time you're in a relationship, there are at least other people that wish to be with you.
List,
yes.
At least like that pass the concubet, they're on the
waiting
list.
So, but you don't just sit and jump. If you mean business and you're going, you know where you are going to. So I took out that time. I focused on myself, helped me to know myself better, and it gave me clarity of the kind of person I want to be with. So I was not just ending that one because I'd seen another person I wanted to be with. Are you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
It's very important. That's why I said don't just leave a relationship, because these are the things that make people who have left somebody and they don't know why their other relationship is not working, because you are struggling to have but that previous relationship in the current one. So a boy or a girl does not know why anything you do, they are only attacking you. It does not look good. It's not good enough because they are comparing you to another person.
Don't go to another relationship just that fast or easily.
Yes.
And another point.
Yes. Now, for these people who have exes, whether you have a child or not, what are the people who don't have a child? I always say this: there's a line where you have crossed. Stop being friends with your ex.
Okay.
I
do you know that this
people,
has caused a lot of problems in marriages?
Yes.
Even online, we read like this man
that
wants
just
to control
because
me.
people will make this statement. Just because we are no longer dating does not mean we should be enemies. Now that trap, that thing that you're supposed to even have the audacity to call their ex my bestie.
Yeah.
Those are sex bodies. I don't care. Let me tell you, when people have shared intimate moments, the truth there is that when they meet, those are the things they relieve. An ex that people have no other meeting point apart from sharing stories as friends. You should not be friends with an ex. Nobody.
What of business partners?
That is what I'm saying, that if there is no other meeting point.
Yeah.
Are you getting me? I'm not saying that you should leave your job. Your ex could be a boss, except it's affecting your work. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
There's a place that people can meet. They can be business partners, but you should be careful now.
Yeah.
There is a trap. But if people don't have another thing that people are discussing, let me tell you, if you and I don't have another thing that we're discussing, that is more important. And then every time we're discussing, as friends who have had something, we will always relive those moments. And before we know it, it will stir back those emotions of the past. And before you know
see
it,
yourself going, they say bafia dance.
Yes.
Before,
yes.
for back.
These are the realities. Now let me say this, and I'm telling you this: the opposite of friendship is not an enmity.
Okay.
This is the mistake many people make. I've preached this before. Listen, you and I, the Bible says love everybody, right?
Yeah.
It means you can love a total stranger. Am I right?
Yes.
That means you can do good to a total stranger. But a total stranger, no matter you have love in your heart, a total stranger cannot just be your friend just because you saw them.
Yeah.
So the opposite of friendship is, so if we are not friends, it does not make us automatically enemies. Yeah. So the fact that I say we will not be friends does not mean I'm saying we'll be enemies. Are you getting me?
We will not have that meeting.
Good.
Meeting
so
point.
I'm saying that you build those boundaries and those walls that will keep you safe, especially since now, first, it will save you from your reflective moments to discover yourself, and secondly, it will protect your current relationship. Nobody will be comfortable with somebody being close to somebody that they
it goes back to
dated.
To this what you're establishing, that most times when we talk dating, the activity of dating is not the discovery, but mostly the sexual encounters or
and just the fun fair
of it. So it makes it that until we build a new ideology of people understanding that dating is not sexual, then going back to exes, your current partner will always link it to sexual activity. So what the counselor is saying is that if you have no other connection, no other thing like business, whatever, you just have that bestie mentality, and you think that the best you can give your current relationship is a best friend relationship with your ex, then you're not ready, you're not serious.
Yes.
So it is going to be a cut from that kind of a relationship to have focus.
Most relationships, it's a good thing if people end in good terms.
Yeah.
It takes maturity for both sides to be on good terms. But let me tell you, even if people maintain casual relationship, by the time one of the people enter into a relationship and the other person is still there, it will cause problems.
And do you even know that some people in their relationship, their current relationship, they carry it and go and tell their they discussed with their ex. So the ex will be asking you, okay, how is that man now? Is he giving you money? How is he? Just
imagine how your current relationship partner will feel when they hear that you're discussing your relationship with your ex.
Or your ex-girlfriend is asking you, does she cook well? Does she cook like me? Does she wear bomb shorts? Does she? And then now she's just creating a new Garden of Eden for you people, and then before you know it, you're going forward and coming backward, and then you start having those prejudices in your head because there is a mixture of elements.
I think we should talk about the one with children before our time cuts us.
Of course.
So there's more to this. You can always get to me. I am a relationship expert and counselor, and popularly known as the Love Doctor. My name is Lefort Divine, and feel free to contact for counseling, relationship, mental health, emotional stability, or whatever challenge you may have, to the number 67552-8266. I repeat, 67552-8266, and we are always there to be there to help you go through or to be able to handle whatever concerns you may have. So as we round up, those
and how to deal with exes with children involved. I think that one is common now.
Yes, the thing is, the first thing I will ever advise a man who is, or both, because it can also be a man that has a child. Yes. Not only ladies have kids.
Yeah, we have single
dads. Yes. The truth there is, as someone who wants to date and consequently or marry someone who's a single mom or a single dad, you must understand the consequence of that action. sometimes even being a true dad to that child might cost you some insults, some funny things, because sometimes the child will always misunderstand even discipline as maltreatment.
Yeah.
Or if the mapa, go do so. Even the other parent can put ideas in this person's head about the other person. So many.
You're not saying you don't get married to single mom or single dad, but you have to prepare your mind to know that there will be blocks on the way.
There are these challenges which you will have to face. It's better you know them, embrace them, and walk towards them consciously, so that you are not taken aback. You should know that these are the things you will face,
and then you start developing strategies on how to face them in a way that your mental health will still be intact.
I will always advise ladies, don't go to give your child, or don't travel to go and give your child to your ex. Avoid physical contact or being together as much as possible, especially when there's a child is involved. I've seen how those
Are
talks...
you saying that people don't move on?
No, the people move on, but the truth is there are experiences that bond people for life.
Okay.
Yes, people move
Some
on.
people just have children out of one time, something like that,
Yes,
pregnancy.
that's it. It happens. Anytime we say something here, it does not mean that it's a 100% rule.
Okay.
I've always said that anytime we say something, I've always said my case is different. We don't focus on the exemption or on the
individual
exceptions.
cases.
We are looking at the generalizations.
Okay.
I've seen where a lady who can use her child to cause problem in your home. Are you getting me? Calling at odd hours. We want to talk for the picking. Are you getting me? A lady is calling another woman's husband because they have a child. Are you getting me? At
Another
midnight.
woman's husband because you have a child.
Yes.
It's your baby's daddy, but it's another woman's husband. And the two have become one.
And they forget that. Some will call, some will text, some will just disturb because they feel like you're doing well. Some feel like the picking for that house, they enjoy passing your own picking. I've seen where ladies use their child to punish the man. Are you getting me? In one give me money, every day they call, the picking is sick. Inflated school fees, inflated this and that. You understand?
But why will you not want to give the money?
No, you're not getting. It's not about why. Sometimes you must understand this. That's why I keep telling ladies, you must understand that the same way it's a mistake for you is the same way it's a mistake for the boy. A lot of time girls always feel like they're the only ones who made a mistake. Are you getting me?
No, touching the table.
Yes, I will check the table until it will break. You see, I always dare to tell people this, and let's better say
the same way it was a mistake for
the
you,
girl,
the girl to have a child,
for the boy,
it can still be
a mistake for the boy. You should know this, and that's why I always tell a lady, before you accept to have a child for a man, ask yourself this question. And that's why when you understand this, be careful with premarital sex. I'm saying this especially to lady because you often be the one to carry, you will be the one to carry the evidence. Before you are sleeping with a man until you can have a child, ask yourself, if I have a child now and this man does not take care, can I? I always say this. Don't go and I've always said, because men have different ways they respond to this.
Okay, now you said that you established that exes can be from marriage too.
Yes.
Now, in a marriage, because in the marriage, not the void of the marriage, you had maybe 2 babies, and then the man is married to another woman.
Yes.
In that case, can you call at any time?
You have 2 babies with a married man. No, it's not about any time. Call when it's necessary, right? I'm getting it.
Okay, at this time, he is another woman's husband.
Which whether you like or not, you must have that respect. But some people don't care. Some people will show up unannounced.
He was my husband before.
Not necessarily husband, boyfriend.
No, I'm talking from a case where
it's an ex-husband.
It's an ex-husband.
Yeah, but most of the times, by the time that married people want to separate, there are always legal stipulations of the children, especially in the Western world. Like
no, we are here in Africa.
Yes, no, it's just because I think these things are changing. There are always legal stipulations of how to handle the children.
Okay.
So a lot of times nowadays, if you don't play your part, which was handled at the level of the divorce, some of the women, a woman who is even smart can even bring the law into it.
We are going to go on a very short musical break, and when we come back, we'll be rounding up from here.
Cause them are the big doctor.
My mama deny you, say you no get one, but now you buy choose. Your friends them they love you and they use you and they catch cruise. See, I don't care about your past, I only care about your present. Cause no one else is perfect. They say you no go school and you no book, say you be fool. And them boys them they confuse you with the juice you open food. See, I don't care about your past, me I just want it for your future. Cause me self I'm not perfect. So I go start teach you from ABC till you reach university. Give you everything you need, girl, if do you believe me, my girl? I'll never leave your side, I'll never leave your side. The world needs you, that is why you are here.
What a way to spend the evening together when we sit here and talk emotions, we talk relationship, and we build intelligence. We've been talking, dealing with exes, from exes with kids, exes without kids, and it's been a lot of fun here. And right now we're going to be having the last word from the counselor, the love doctor in the building, and it will be bye-bye from us.
I just want to say that there's nothing wrong with having an ex, but understand its effects in your life. Be intentional about the relationships you make. Be purposeful about who you even have progeny with, and understand that your past can affect your present if not dealt with properly. And if you're having challenges in any of these areas, take note of all these things we are saying. We await more of your personal questions and issues. If you have any of these things, feel free to contact me, and I can personally guide you through this process. It's an honor being here, and we keep looking forward to better days. We're looking forward to another wonderful program, same time next week.
Of course, a rebroadcast of this comes up on Tuesday at 5 p.m. If you want to be part of it again, then take the rendezvous for Saturday next week, when it will be 7:30 p.m. And myself and Apostle Lefort Divine will be here together with Claudine, who is handling the technical expertise of this program, to give you another beautiful and interesting topic. Supervision came in from Madame Alice Leke, and general supervision came in from Mr. Eno Humphrey. For presentation, I have been your humble host, Madame Akomone Adele, saying thank you for staying there. We love you so much, and Saturday is another day.